welcome. Today we are in conversation with Mr. Riaz Hassen, CEO and MD of Colombo Leadership Academy, and Dr. Sandeep Krishnan, Director, People Business India. Mr. Riaz, my first question is, what are the leadership challenges in the current Sri Lankan economy?
Just after finishing a huge, very uncertain period, Sri Lanka is now emerging as one of the growing economies in the region. So some of the challenges we face in the organization is developing business savvy leaders. So it's the biggest challenge that corporates face today with the business acumen to drive accelerated business performance.
Right, and Dr. Krishnan, your views on the same in the Indian context?
India has been in a sweet spot for a long time, right? And what we have seen is there are changes which are happening, and that too unexpectedly. Recently we saw one yogi starting a FMCG firm, which has shook the whole system there in terms of the FMCG businesses. It's called Patanjali. And you can see that the need for the businesses right now is to look at and anticipating these changes which are happening in the economy, preparing the leaders for the same. That's one of the most critical ones that is coming up in the Indian economy. The second aspect I would say is that because the maturity of the economy is quite well done now, the businesses need to look at what's the big picture for them. So unleashing the potential of the middle managers and preparing them for the leadership roles is going to be the second challenge in the Indian economy.
Right, sounds good. So basically we're talking about there'll be increase in competition, need for innovation with new competitors coming in. They would have to perhaps anticipate and manage change, and even because I was reading in the news about the diverse workforce, so they will also have to manage a diverse workforce. Would you say that these four could also be challenges that we could add to that?
Yeah, one major challenge business leaders face today is competition has been anyway intense in this region, with more economies opening up free trade agreements and entry of other products into the markets. So the business manager needs to be very active and agile. So his agility counts a lot in terms of business performance, bringing in incremental results. So conquering the challenges of complexity and uncertainty is a must for this business manager today. So you cannot just sit and enjoy the organic growth of a company. You need to drive performance.
I think that's true in the Indian economy as well, because I think all these growing economies like Sri Lanka or India, we are facing similar challenges, and the idea is that how can we bring in innovation, how can you bring in that change, and how can you actually prepare the leaders of tomorrow. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge, because you can see that the leaders who are building the large conglomerates, the businesses, for example in IT, they are going to retire and the new generation is coming up. Now how will you prepare them for taking up the helm is going to be the key, and that's going to make us globally competitive.
Just to add to what Dr. Sandeep said, instigating creativity and innovation is a competency that people are looking for now, because given a set of qualified people who are ready to onboard a company, they need to look at other competencies, how this leader could drive higher business performance. So instigating that creativity and innovation becomes one of the key challenges to a company, and to create a blame-free culture where creativity is seen all around, and that pushes or stretches the limits of people to go into performance.
Alright, so basically being a manager is not going to cut it anymore.
Not anymore. Because being a competent, qualified manager, even a good performer will not assure you that you could survive tomorrow.
True.
So you got to really unleash all capabilities that you have, foreseeing the challenges that are shaping the industries.
So how does an organization go about doing this? Any suggestions, any thoughts on that?
Yes, in the context of Sri Lankan business leaders, what we are doing is when companies give us, okay, these are our best performers, take them through a leadership transformation journey. So irrespective of you being identified as a key performer, we carry out a 360 profiling and find out what kind of a leadership culture this person has instilled in the organization. And that gives us a better reading to customize the transformation journey of the person.
All right.
Like, is he ready to create collaborative outcomes?
Okay.
Or is he a selfless leader? Some of these parameters really help us to craft the journey of transformation of this leader.
Yes. And Dr. Krishnan, some thoughts from the Indian side?
I think India, we are quite mature in terms of some of the aspects of leadership development. If you look at assessments and profiling, looking at where we stand in terms of our leadership journey, I think many organizations have experimented with that. For example, a 360-degree or assessment centers, I think they are quite involved. But if you look at it, what's the need for tomorrow is really applying the concepts of leadership development theory into practice for these organizations.
All right.
So we do a lot of assessment and tell, okay, we have gaps in these areas, but what to do next is the question. And what People Business has been doing in the past 4-5 years very intensely is looking at a customized journey for leaders, depending on which industry they are in, what kind of stage of their career they are in, and what is the need of the business. And what we try to focus is saying that, can I have a journey which will also help the business? So while doing the leadership transformation, is it also helping us in the business transformation? So most of the focus we are doing is to really see that there are results coming out from the leadership journey.
Okay.
And second aspect which has been focused on is there are leaders at the helm already, and they might have challenges in terms of people management or strategic thinking or bringing out execution excellence in the firm. A lot of focus has been done, and the efforts from our firm has been to provide them with coaching, on executive coaching, one-to-one, which clearly shows the transformation of the individual over a period of time. So these are two areas which we focus on in the past 4-5 years, and we work with organizations in IT, for example, like Accenture, to a conglomerate like Tata's, and it has been customized to their requirements.
Right. Looks like there's a greater acceptance at this point, or readiness to accept in the Indian context, whereas Sri Lanka is getting there, and Colombo Leadership Academy is being the catalyst in that journey for Sri Lanka. That's it for today from us. Thank you, guests,
Thank you.
and we shall see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.